All right, here we have Alexis of Soulita. And she's going to say a prayer to start this podcast off the way she usually says prayers.
How I usually, yes.
Sips wine. The blood of Christ. All right, let's go.
All right. Oh.
Things is fucking jangling, dangling.
These?
Yeah.
That's kinda,
Oh, shit.
they're pretty. They are big. I think my neck is a little too small for it, but that's okay. For the girls who wear big hoops, they understand. For those who don't, they just don't.
You think I could get away with wearing hoops?
If you had your hair like wrapped with yeah, like with a scarf, like all the way up,
yeah,
with some hoops.
That's the look. Damn.
Okay. All right. So, ready? All right. I'm gonna bless this podcast. So, hey God, it's your girl Lex, and we just want to thank you for these mics and this rug and the electricity that goes through all of these mechanic, electronic things that he needs for podcasts. And please continue to bless us with our nice hair and nice hat and outfit. And I just want you to know that we love you. And that, continue to do what you do. Yeah. Because I like it. And I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
And I respect it.
I'm doing ad-libs in the back with the hell yeah. That was not good.
How do you finish it?
Amen, right? Or
Amen.
Or you do the whole like... Alright. That hell yeah was not good, man. I'm going to go to hell for that. You're not supposed to say hellish things in church or whatever, right?
Yeah, but I guess if you pick your own church.
That's true. We could just make this a church, or is that blasphemy?
Say it again?
We could make this a church, or is that blasphemy?
No, you can't. I actually got some sage Palo Santo in my purse.
Oh,
We're going to start burning holy water.
Oh, we're going to start burning.
We're going to start burning.
Yes.
Can I say a disclaimer?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. For those who are watching this, all right, if I get high, okay, listen, I lose words. I truly lose words.
All right.
And this is going to be really funny and kind of corny, but it's definitely worth the...
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely every single second, every single syllable that I'm going to speak, it's going to be worth it.
Say less. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode, as usual, is brought to you by... Kind of weird to say it this week. Not weird, but I'm under pressure now. You want to see the good delivery. This episode of Take As Needed is brought to you by Soulita.
Soulita.
Welcome to hell. Beep, 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 beep. That meet my boy. Pay my taxes. Your girlfriend call me mom. Take it as
Do I still rap? What's your full name? Let them know the intro's over.
My name?
My intro music is done, so you got to say your name. No.
Hi, my name is Lexus Raven Silver Fernandez.
Wow. I didn't know your name was that long.
Yeah.
And I've known you for like 10 years or some shit like that.
It's been some time.
Shit. You knew me since I lived in New York. Not a lot of people in Rhode Island do.
Listen, I loved his, like, was it your first mixtape?
Oh, God.
You don't understand. I loved it. And it was one of the only local artists, regional artists that I knew the lyrics to their songs.
That's fucking trash. I used to write some fucking...
Nah. Well, then I was like whack too because I enjoyed it. I randomly messaged him, right? Years later. And like I asked him, I was like, hey, I really loved your old stuff. Could you send it to me or send me like a link?
Oh yeah, and I was like, yo, I do not fucking have it.
He never wrote back. I was like, damn.
I'm doing comedy and podcast now. Just that's it. Tell them what you do in case they don't know you. Here you go.
Yeah.
Also, I'm sorry, disclaimer too. This is when this episode comes out, it's going to be 420. So this is a very 420 episode of the podcast. You feel me? So this is what we're doing. What is this right now? Show the locals some love. This is RI's finest sour claws.
Yo, you need these people to sponsor you. Can I ask you?
Yeah, go ahead. Oh yeah. Why do you ash like that? You had like a system to it. Huh?
Why would I do it?
That's how you do
like
it?
This?
I just usually like fuck it, flick it.
I feel like that's people that smoke cigarettes.
In case these whack bitches don't know, tell them what you do.
Yeah.
Yo.
No. I do this.
I thought you does this. Yeah,
I do this. I do
right.
this.
Mm.
So I am a motivational speaker.
Mm-hmm.
All of my secrets are my stories. I am an entrepreneur. I'm a businesswoman. And I would say I'm a multi-faced artist.
Boom. I'm fucking slacking on the Jesus Christ. What do you like put most of your time into? Like, what do you because I feel like your day is divided from what I know. What do you enjoy putting most of your energy into? And I feel like it might be your business, but
it is. It definitely is. I believe in Soulita. And I wouldn't have the visions, the dreams, the daydreams of the future of Soulita if I didn't believe in. Like things that I do now, I dreamed about years ago. And I had no reason why I was like having this random dreams. And it's why I have a lot of different deja vu moments. It's like I've done this before. Whether it's because I thought about it before, or maybe I'm just in tune with like myself in a different reality. I don't know, but the visions that I have now for the future of Soulita, I'm working on it towards now.
Word. And I did want to ask you about that too. How you liking that? Is it smooth?
Oh yeah. Can you do Ghost?
Do you have no? What is that?
You know Ghost.
Do it.
Like it comes.
You gotta
out.
show you.
I can only do French inhale.
Oh, so you don't know how to do Ghost?
Nah, listen, I can do it.
You've been practicing.
Hell no, because
you want to fucking show it off on the best podcast around.
Because like as soon as you do it, it really messes up your throat. Like I'm gonna be coughing for at least a minute. You know.
Yeah, no, I don't do. I like to enjoy smoking. I get a lot of anxiety. Do you have any crazy weed stories? Like paranoia?
Yes.
Yeah.
Only one.
All right, let's hear it.
Really, right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So last year, I've never had how do you say a bad trip?
Okay.
I've never really had a bad trip until last year.
Why last
and
year? You
last
smoked
year,
before that and I never had a problem.
Actually, okay. So it wasn't even weed. It was an edible.
Oh.
It was an edible. And
how many milligrams?
500.
What? You ate the whole thing?
No. Maybe I had a fourth. But it was
100
different.
to dive in though for your hell
it
no.
was, but the worst part. So I was experiencing this by myself. I actually had COVID at the time.
Oh my God.
So I don't know if that was the reason why. So I was sleeping alone. I was in my room by myself. As soon as the lights turned off, everything was gone. It was pitch. I wasn't on my bed anymore. It was just pitch black. And I was so scared. So scared. I had to sleep with the lights on that night. I was really scared. And that's the first time that's ever happened to me.
What?
There was nothing there. There was
Did you
nothing.
sleep? Did you end up knocking out?
It took time.
Yeah.
It took at least 2 hours. I don't know if it's because of COVID or if it was because that was my first. That's the first edible from this one connect, and this guy, he was sketchy himself.
Oh my God! Like you thought it might have been more than that, maybe, or just sketchy character in general.
He was so animated. I met him. Well, I just met him, and he had like a British accent. He was like super tall. He was wearing just like kind of this style.
What?
He was just like I don't.
He was out there, so your shit was your shit was probably out
but
there.
But he was he was unique. I was like, hey, what's wrong? He was like, oh, I'm just really sad because my girlfriend, she's really mad at me. I'm like, oh, why? And he's like, because I told her when I first met her that I'm gonna have multiple girlfriends. And I'm like, whoa, what?
God damn.
Towards the end of the conversation, he says, I was on his Instagram, and he's like, oh, this is my. He said he called her Fanny. Her name was Stephanie, but he said, this is my Fanny. And it was a picture with her shirt, like this.
Where her tits out.
Yes.
Nice.
No. I guess it could, yeah.
Yeah.
It could be, but it
wasn't. It wasn't nice. So what you're saying, Lexus, is that she did not have nice boobs.
I'm talking about the whole experience.
Okay, I thought you were like nitpicking at tits. Like you were like,
no. Everybody's body is beautiful.
Yes, exactly. Okay.
Yeah, right. You was about to. Fucking lie. You heard him. He's like, yeah, I
was about to catch you slipping. That's why. Nah. Catch you out of character real quick. Like, yo, what's wrong with this girl's boobs right now?
I'll show you after the end of this.
It's out?
Yeah. Not really.
Nope.
All right.
So if it was me personally, you're over here like, yo, don't judge, whatever. If it was me having an edible pretty much for the first time and having COVID at the same time, I would die right there. Because my anxiety, bro, like I have to like know what weed I'm smoking.
I didn't.
You don't care.
With the weed?
Like you don't care what weed you're smoking. Like you don't need to know like if it's indica or sativa. You're just like, fuck it.
I have the same effect.
Either way, like you don't feel like there was one that's a body high, there's one that's a head high.
The only time I feel like there's a difference where it's like just a body high is if it's deprived from hemp. It has some THC, but it's not the same. You know, the stuff that you buy at the smoke shop.
Yep.
Yeah.
CBD.
But it wasn't CBD. It was actually it actually had like THC. I actually have the container in my bag. But it had some THC, but it was just like body high.
Yeah.
It was mixed with something.
That would not go well for me. When I first smoked for the first time, I was straight. I wasn't taking any like crazy hits. I was with a friend who was like, he knew it was my first time, whatever. I always say the first time I really, really smoked, I wanted to go to the hospital. Like I got so fucking high. And the thing with me is that when I first started, when I first tried it, I would take big hits in front of people to like show off, and it would never bode well. Like I would take fucking big ass hits, and everybody's like, "Oh wow, this nigga's a champ," whatever. And then I go from champ to the fucking pussy ass nigga in the corner asking for water. I want to go to the hospital, all of that. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? You see 6 foot tall me, and I'm like, yo, call them now. No, we're going to get in trouble. No, I don't give a fuck. Call them. I don't care. I'll go to fucking jail after, whatever. Meanwhile, nobody's going to go to jail for going to the hospital for being hot. But that's where I was at mentally.
Even if I felt like that, I couldn't.
You couldn't what?
I couldn't. Yo, when I couldn't say my ABCs in order, I still was telling my team, do not call the hospital. So it's like,
oh my God.
I just rather not. Now I know how important it is to, if you feel something, to just go, no matter what.
Yeah.
Like regret it instead of saying like, what if, or something happened. But I don't know, with smoking, I could never be like that person.
Bro, it was bad. It's common. Like at first I used to be embarrassed. Now I'm like it's like something that I poke fun at. But it's like I didn't realize until like later in the years that like there's like levels to smoking. There's different like levels to smoking, and there's more that goes into it than just like smoking. There's some people like you who are like, yo, I smoke. I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't care. I have the same effect. But I found out later, I'm like, yo, there's sometimes that I smoke and I'm fucking like literally I call it like take me to the ER mode. Cause there's been multiple times that I've smoked and I'm like, yo, my heart's racing. I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna die. Like, blah. There's times like that. And then there's been times that like, you feel like you're gonna die right now?
No.
You're like grabbing your chest.
No, because I'm trying to, I guess my body reacted to for what you said. Like, have I ever felt that? Like smoking, I'm like trying to think. Like, imagine like feeling that way. Your heart is just beating. Like, how would I react?
Yeah. So, and then there's been times that I'm chilling, I'm laughing, I'm having the craziest giggles, like the whole nine. And it didn't occur to me to like till like a couple years ago that there's actually there's two different types of marijuana like strains. There's indica and there's sativa. And sativa's the more like head high that makes you like euphoric and like it could with that can cause paranoia. But then there's the indica, which is more of the body high. You're more relaxed, like and
is it body.
It'll have some of the head high stuff in it.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize this a couple years ago, and I go online and I'm doing research, and there's people online who go through the same shit. Like they smoke some weed and they get fucking paranoid. They have the worst anxiety. And then they smoke the other weed and they're like, it's actually good for that. So a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people like get paranoid from off some weed and they're like, yo, I can't.
Yeah.
That's true. And it sucks. Because then they do other shit like drink and I mean, we're drinking right now, so I'm not going to say much about it, but you've never gotten paranoid?
Not really.
That's crazy. Do you have like a crazy thoughts that you go back to when you smoke?
Oh,
like conspiracies or like anything?
Oh, of course. I am one of those people that when they do have, when they are high, genius comes out of them.
Okay.
So when it comes to like writing, there was a whole series of my life where every time after I smoked, my boyfriend at the time, he didn't really like talk to me. So I would just be in a book and writing notes. And I know for a fact one day, all of those little things I would just write in that notebook, I will create a book. Some of the stuff I just want to put on Twitter just because I know people will feel it. And it's just small
that dude's going to be
lines.
heated. He's going to be like, damn, these are conversations I could have had with her. She's over here writing and shit. He's going to be heated. He's going to want to cut 30%.
Yeah. Well, I didn't say who.
That's true. You don't think he'd listen?
Everybody should listen to your podcast.
Everybody. I see you, Lexus. All right. Okay.
I see all businesses, all hobbies.
I know. I love it. Yes.
If they really, if they put their heart into it and you can see the genuine passion, it's like, I want to support you. And especially if you look like me, you live in the same area as me, you understand, you know what pain is. It's just like, how can I not support?
Facts. I feel the same way. I appreciate that. I'm good right now. Unless you want to. Yeah, there we go. We'll get back to that later. We didn't do much, but, wine.
Like,
I got a podcast to run. This one's got the glossy eyes already and shit, so.
Me?
Yeah. You're smacked right now.
Nah, don't say that.
Yo, nah, don't say that. What?
It's like that that
you don't fucking think about like anything crazy though whenever you're high. Like anything that you like fixate on when you're high. Like everybody has it. It's like aliens or ghosts or like conspiracy theories or some crazy shit.
Oh well, that's what I studied throughout my whole day. So when I'm high, it doesn't create it. It doesn't have me tap into that type of mind. But have you heard of?
Oh, you're about to hit me with some crazy shit right now.
Yeah, and I think that everybody should also get into this.
All right.
Do you know Gaia?
No. What is
It's like a TV network where it's just like Netflix, but it's totally different. It's for opening minds. And this series, like horror and rom-com, like
Yeah.
what is that? It's
Genres.
Genres. So the genres or in Gaia is meditation, recipes, cover secrets and cover-ups, paranoia. What else? It's like mindful things.
Yeah.
It's documentaries.
Okay.
Like it's all about opening up your mind, your conscience. And I'm just so interested in that, and brain and neuroscience. So that gives me that.
Okay.
Netflix is okay, but Gaia, I feel like I'm getting educated, and I don't want to be entertained. I want to be educated.
Okay, that's fire.
You should really.
I'm gonna look into it, especially the mindfulness stuff. That type of shit is important to me.
You
got deep on me. I'm over here like when I get high, I go on benders that probably lead me to panic attacks, and it'll be like there were 11 UFO appearances last year, or like
they have that too.
That type of shit. That's fucking crazy. Oh. And like climate change. Like I read a fucking climate change article yesterday that fucked me up. I'm not even gonna talk about it. We're not gonna talk about it right now.
We're not talking about it.
Yeah, we're not talking about climate change.
Maybe the next episode.
What is that? There's a fucking TikTok thing, apparently. It's like a Slender Man type dude that people keep running into outside. And what do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, well, no, but I do know Slenderman.
Slenderman.
That's
freaky
scary.
As fuck.
Oh, I'll be scared.
Oh my God. Be scared. What is that thing? There's this thing that people like see when they're like out, and it's like people who are just like lurking in the dark, and they'll like lure you in by like saying they need help, like shouting at you. Like you could be walking down the street late at night, right? Oh my
gosh.
And like, so you're just gonna see some random person like just standing there being weird, and then like yelling at you like, help, and that's how they like lure you in, and they just abduct you. And I can't think of the name right now, but it's a TikTok thing.
Send it to me later.
It's fucking fucked up. If I remember it, it's fucked up. It's like a TikTok thing, and people like find them. They're kind of like suburban, like really, really, like not even suburban, sticks. So like where it would happen, like those weird white people who live in the sticks, that's where it would happen. It's probably like these people are probably like the sons and daughters of like siblings who fucked from Alabama or some crazy shit. Like all those southern red states, you know, the ones that are like. I just went down.
You gotta show me.
It's gonna fucking bother me now. What the fuck?
This can be a commercial break.
People who hide in the dark. TikTok. What is it? 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 Oh my God.
I'm chilly.
It was like hill people or mountain people, some stupid shit. It was so dumb, and it's definitely not real, but it freaked me out.
Okay, so why were you scared?
Why was I scared?
Yeah.
I just get scared of stupid shit like that. Like I get smacked, and that's when I could just be sitting here talking to you, and I could be high and be like, oh, I read that climate change article yesterday. Or, oh, you know what? Let me go on a fucking YouTube bender for like 15 minutes and just look up aliens and like when they're coming.
You need Gaia. I think you would really.
The Bible's bad too, man.
It talks about that too.
The end of it, where they talk about like what's gonna happen. Like demons are supposed to roam the earth and shit, and we're just gonna be out here. If we're bad, we're left behind. You know about that stuff too? I'm going crazy right now. You went to church, right?
I did.
So like the Book of Revelations.
I did, but the aneurysm took all of that knowledge. So only thing that I remember is what I've learned in the past 2-3 years. And I'm learning a lot more right now about spiritual. Sorry, versus religion.
That's honestly better because religion, I know this is going to sound fucked up, but like that shit that I'm talking to you about, the book of Revelations, how it talks about the end of the world, I feel like some of religion is like a little traumatizing. And it might not be a bad thing that specific memory was taken, because like that people, I didn't know until recently that people legitimately get something called religious trauma from like churches constantly talking about like, oh, the end of the world, this is how it's going to be. This is what everybody's going to go through. There's going to be floods. There's going to be this. There's going to be that. They make it sound mad fucking scary.
Why do you think they do that?
Religion, the thing about religion, and we're here now because we're high and we're just going down rabbit holes. The thing about religion that freaks me out is the fact that it's always like separation, quote unquote, of church and house. And it's never really, like, I feel like it's very, like, government made, no matter what your government is. You could be, your religion could be in Asia somewhere or in the U.S., whether it's Catholic or Christianity, like, and I feel like every religion, the thing that they all have in common is that it's very, like, you can tell that there's religions for whatever government it is. And when anything from the government, you're automatically like, that's sketchy. Off the bat. When you talk about spirituality, I'm like, okay, it might sound stupid, but to me and probably to you, it's like that's more realistic and more real and less like tied down to what these religions are talking about. You about to put me on right now.
What?
You look like you were about to say some like crazy shit.
No.
You like the spirituality stuff over the religion stuff, though.
I feel like if a religion says that it's a sin to feel, it's a sin and it's something that is like good as a human, as pleasure. Like, if you're going to say it's something like that as a sin.
I don't agree with shit like that either.
How can I?
Yeah.
How can I?
Yeah, it's true.
Like, women are legit the connection between spirituality, like a soul, and reality.
Okay.
Like, we create them.
Yeah.
And how can you say that there's a certain time that I have to be okay to do that? How could you tell me? And then just look at the society, like how they deem women and the things that they say about us and the stigmas and like the value of a woman when they have children, and it's fucked. It just sucks.
That is fucked up.
It sucks. But you just have to change your mindset, and you have to just like legit decolonize your mind from this sometimes misogynist, patriotic. I can't pronounce the word.
You're saying bigger words than I would while being high. So,
what's your favorite pasta?
That's what we're jumping to. Pasta, rigatoni.
I don't even know what that
They're
is.
linguine.
Linguine.
Linguine is good too. Why was yours? That was random. You just thought about fucking Olive Garden mid podcast. God damn. You got the munchies right now. That's my fault.
No, I'm actually pretty good. This conversation is feeding my appetite.
Good.
Of just experiencing and have the energy like flowing, and I'm having fun.
Good.
I'll leave a 5-star.
5-star. There we fucking go. Everybody should be leaving 5 stars, especially on this episode, because it's the mother of Take As Needed. This is a sponsor. This is the face of the sponsorships right here.
I want this to be like documented that when Soulita is where we're dreaming about, and we just have abundance of value, and for the value to match how much money we have in the bank. Oh, whatever you need for this podcast, we're gonna give it to you.
Okay. I'm good
It's
with
like
the
a
beard oil.
gift.
The beard oil is nice.
It's anybody who was part of my success story, I do not forget. I'm going to appreciate in my words, supporting someone, and then also with gifts.
Yeah. So. All right. What do you call that type of love language where you give, where the
presents?
Presents? Presents? Yo, why'd you say that shit like that? Like a Harry Potter character. Presents. Yo.
At the same time, yo, that's just gonna be funny.
Yo, that's the one. That's the video.
That's the money shot. That's
You're
so
dressed
funny.
kind of like a Harry Potter like villain right now. Like the good girl
you.
in class, and then she's like in Slytherin, and she's helping. You're a Harry Potter fan?
Yeah, it's something that was very popular. My family all experienced that together.
Yeah,
Like that was
nice.
That was a movie night, and but the aneurysm took it away. So I don't really know the memory. I don't really know the order or anything like that. But the one thing about my life now is now I can have the same. I can have new feelings about experiencing things, even if I did it before. This is like it's brand new now.
I did not I don't know why I haven't thought of the fact that the aneurysm took like a lot of memories. Do you feel like there's a pattern to the memories that were taken away, or was it a specific time?
Honestly,
Was it all of before or most of before the aneurysm? That, if you don't mind talking about it, because I feel like that would like make me.
I told you what some people hold as secrets. Those are my stories,
Right.
and I can speak, so I'm gonna use this to help people.
I think everybody in improv could agree that we love and appreciate how transparent you are, because it's motivating as fuck. Cheers to that, by the way.
Oh,
yo, she just
that's
pounds
another
my
one.
drink.
That's another.
What the fuck? So, do you feel like there's either a pattern or just a specific gap of time that it took like away?
No, it actually didn't.
Random.
No, I'm actually very lucky. Very, very, very lucky to have all of the. I remember just about everything, except lyrics to songs, movies, and I have like all of my memories just about when it comes to like sort of. But I'm pretty good based off of some things that other people deal with that went through the same thing as me. But it's mostly just things like that. But when it first happened, I truly lost 3/4 of my vocabulary. So it wasn't really memories. It was more like just analytic things, numbers, memory when it comes to if I'm making something on your stove right now, I might forget to turn off the heat. The fire, the gas, or I lose my wallet a lot. It's really bad, and I try the best that I can.
I would. Wow.
It happens at least in the past couple of years, like maybe over 12 times a year. Oh my God. It just disappears. In my brain, it just doesn't hold to that memory. But it's just. It was words. Like I didn't know what pasta was. Funny that I said that.
You just said pasta.
And I just said it. I didn't know what that was. Didn't know what this was. A pinky. So that was the type of things that I lost.
Damn.
Boy, we celebrate.
We do celebrate.
We celebrate.
Because
we celebrate.
Like I said, anytime you speak, whether we see you live or even like a snippet on Instagram or even your memory, every time you share memories from these events, and I think everybody in improv could agree, or anybody who sees it could agree, like it shakes me to my core, and it just like your story are those types of stories of like that motivate people the most, that give people so much inspiration and motivation, because it's like, look at what look at what you have gone through, and what you've accomplished and what you pushed through, and anybody can see that and be like, if she can get through that, I can get through whatever my battle is.
100%. 100%. It doesn't make sense why I'm alive for many reasons, but I'm here. And if a ruptured brain aneurysm couldn't kill me, and if I couldn't kill myself, then I'm supposed to be alive. And through everything that people have gone through, if you're alive, then you're supposed to be here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely believe
it could be seconds before your life just ends for no reason at all.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're gonna be alive, actually, like, you could change your life. If there's anything about your life, your lifestyle, anything at all, you can change it. You can wake up the next morning and change it.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing you need in order to change your life is you have to be alive. And if you're alive, that's it.
That's it. That's all you fucking need.
It takes time. It took me a lot of time to like be okay with the way I looked. I'm losing like my whole livelihood, not being able to go back to college, and like the one thing I love to do is like being educated. It took a long time, but I had to heal myself. And anybody can heal themselves.
Yeah, and the healing doesn't stop. I feel like you definitely keep healing yourself, but everybody needs to. It's not like I'm healed, I'm done, boom. Like, that's where people fuck up, I feel like, is because like they feel like the healing and the working on themselves stop. It doesn't stop. There's going to be different eras in life, whether it be, you know, you're going through anxiety or depression, or you're going through, you're down really, really bad, and whether you're contemplating suicide, or you had a kid and you don't know how to you're going through the postpartum, or whatever it is. There's always around the corner. Some people, the negative way to think about it is, around the corner every once in a while in life there's some bullshit. Or you could say that in a positive way and say, you know, around the corner in life there's another level of healing myself and making sure I'm good through this part of my life. Like, I swear by therapy, and there's been times in my life where, like, especially, and not to single it out, and I know you can agree, because I think this is the reason why women go through a lot of what they go through with men, because men usually just dump whatever they have on their plate or what they're going through on women, because they can't talk to other men about it. So I swear by, and I have to explain that because I don't want it to sound like, you know, men need it more than women or whatever, but I swear by therapy, especially for men, because women, they're more open about that. They can talk to each other. They don't care to be emotional, because they're, quote unquote, the more emotional and just like sympathetic, like sex. And it's like, men can be, but the manly way is to keep your feelings to yourself, to not talk about it, and we can't talk to each other. So it's like, that's why I swear by therapy. Like, I don't know how we got down this rabbit hole. This is how podcasts go. Shit. But that is why I swear by therapy so much, because you're here, you can speak on it. Like, other than therapy, where do men usually dump their shit? Usually on the woman in their life, because they can't talk to their mans or their brother or their cousin or their uncle, whatever the fuck it is. So definitely swear by therapy. Definitely swear by therapy for men. And that's just going back to what you were talking about, how like we need to always focus on like healing ourselves and bettering ourselves.
My biggest actually, let's continue to look through your question.
Go ahead. We're good. We don't have like a limit or anything. Go ahead. You're fine.
Let's ask random questions.
Random questions.
Yeah, let's ask random questions. You know what I feel? Why doesn't anybody interview the host?
Well, when I podcast, I usually am like, if I have somebody here, I'll ask questions and shit. And and they'll be based off of like stuff about them, or it'll be stuff that's going on throughout the week. You know, like fucking me and Sound was just talking about Will and Jada, and he's still talking about Will and Jada, and I'm talking about Will and Jada, and then there's Kanye and Kim and Pete Davidson. How do you feel about all that stuff? Let's start there. How do you feel about the Will and Jada situation?
So for Will Smith to be basically eliminated for 10 years,
that's wild.
The people that stormed into the Capitol building had less had repercussions of doing that.
Yeah.
That riot.
Yep.
Less than Will.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it's just what do you think about it?
I think that's fucked up when it comes to like the Will and Jada relationship. I think that they're very, when it comes to like them, or even like Kim and Pete now, whatever, those relationships with that much transparency, I feel like not a good idea. Like Will gets him back. Like Jada is the way she is, and she kind of comes off from the stories you've read and heard and stuff like that. She comes off like someone who's in an open relationship, or the husband's just like, yeah, you know what, if you want to do whatever you want, do whatever you want, whatever. Then that makes Will look a certain way. People make memes about Will, and it's like, I like transparency.
Kind of funny. Sorry.
Do you like transparency in a relationship? Like, you're very open
with social media, with that,
or yeah, I guess using social media a lot, and like your relationship just being kind of open for the world to see. Are you okay with like transparency, or how much are you okay with it, I guess is what I'm asking? Because I've obviously seen you, like, people fucking love you and Evan. No? No? No. All right. Well.
No, wait. No, so honestly, let me talk about this because it relates.
Okay.
When it comes to actually just being transparent.
Okay.
So I have been trying not to even put it on Instagram.
Right.
Where people where people are most connected to me, to know. I don't even want anybody to know I'm single, because I don't want nobody that I really don't want nobody right now. Yeah, you're
focused right now.
So it's like, I guess I like to hold things. So certain things not everybody should know.
Yes. Okay, so you answered my question.
But if I'm healing something,
Yes.
If I'm healing from something and I healed, and I feel like it could help someone else, some advice, I'm going to say my stories.
Of course.
But I'm definitely going to have respect for anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody.
All right. So you answered my question with that. And, I appreciate you putting that out there. You didn't have to.
No, we're cool.
Yeah. Obviously.
We're cool.
Obviously.
I promise you, we're cool.
Yeah.
Anybody, if they're trying to go in his DM.
You still chop some heads off?
No. I'm a very peaceful. I'm a peaceful woman.
Okay.
And nah. He's so great.
Yeah.
I can't do Soulita without him. It's truly our baby, and I respect him, and he respects me, and he's great to work with.
Yeah, he seems like Evan's a man, and when you don't seem like that much of a transparent person when you're in relationships as well. Like, you might post some videos and pictures and like silly shit, but how Jada and so the perfect example is there's the Kim and Pete, where it's just like the posting of the pictures and stuff like that. That stuff I'm fine about. Then there's the Will and Jada shit, where she can go on like Red Table Talk and talk about how, she had her side thing with that August dude, and like that type of stuff. It's just tough, because then you got, again, the whole world makes memes of Will, and like when the Chris Rock slap happened, a lot of people I definitely thought he channeled a lot of like the memes that he saw online, and Chris Rock was the person who it happened to.
I like when he would post them, like his own memes.
Yeah, he would post his own memes,
and it would show like these are actually funny instead of like really hitting it hard. I think that honestly, how I feel about all of the popular couples, people, A-lists, we don't really know them.
Right.
People that are spending all their day in front of cameras, of course they're not going to be 100% themselves.
Right.
Like, I mean, even in front of this camera, I'm making sure that, I'm good. Just something like this. But imagine you're getting paid for this, like a lot of money, like reality TV shows. They're not being their true self, and we don't know what these people go through.
Right.
It's like, so I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I can't. Because if I focus on that, there's so much of the...
I feel you.
You feel me?
I feel you.
Because you get stuck in that. You can get stuck in your phone. And sliding is just...
Yep. And sliding through stories and all that. Yep. I don't fuck with I'm the same way. I don't really fuck with the celebrity gossip because I podcast. Like if there's something funny, I'll poke fun at it, whatever. But that's as far as I go. Like I don't dive into it.
Yeah. No, it's always good to talk about things that's relevant.
Yeah. My whole thing was like when I look at stuff like that, I think this is why me personally, I'm as far as like transparency goes, like I'll post videos, silly videos with my significant other and pictures, and like I'm just a goofy dude. Usually my partner cannot be. He's
pretty funny.
My partner cannot be serious. They got to be goofy. So usually it's like somebody who's goofy, I'll post shit with, whatever. But the very, very openness of people knowing your relation, everything about it, and all of it being out there, like it's scary to me because people in the world are fucked up. Like they're gonna, you know what I'm saying? You could be transparent about some shit that happened, or even like, oh, we went to. There could be a fucking dude who likes his, who vented to a guy about like, hey, my girl used like a sex toy on me. For all we know, for all the dude knows, like that dude could be one of those dudes who are like, oh, ew, you used a fucking sex toy, and boom, like that type of openness. I'm like, I don't do too much of it because you never know who's out there. You never know what they'll do with that information or a certain video or picture, or whatever it is. Like
blackmail too. Yeah, it's like I hear you.
So I don't know what the fuck I was gonna ask you next. I just had it in front of me. This is why I usually have my MacBook because, the open relationship part. Would you ever be able to do that?
Open relationship.
No judgment at all to whatever answer. I want to know you. I always give my opinion on shit, but I want to hear yours first.
Open relationship meaning that you're in a relationship with someone and you also see other people?
Yeah, like you both, let's say like mid-relationship or even from the beginning, wherever it is, like one of you decides, hey, I want to sleep with other people, so you can sleep with other people too.
To be completely honest, no, because I know the one that I'm going to love, that's going to that soulmate, I know that person's going to be enough. Yeah. And I'm not going to, I love very deeply, and it's just going to be for that person. You just, what?
That shit was dripping. I don't want it on.
Oh, you don't want to go? Yeah. Basically, so I couldn't do an open relationship, but if me and my person want to explore things, it's like then that's our experiences.
Right.
I just when they're with me, when someone's with me, you're not gonna need anybody else.
Okay.
So it's like open.
Yo, that's my fucking attitude too.
Yo,
bro.
You feel me? It's like, just like,
get the fuck out of here, son. You kidding me?
It's just.
Are you crazy? Who the fuck is in relationships with us and thinks, oh yeah, I'm gonna want somebody else? It's not possible. It's not gonna happen. They're not gonna need anybody else.
Even if it was like a threesome and a woman only liked me, I couldn't deal with that. This is not for me. This is for us.
Right.
And it's just like,
I'm too crazy for any of it. Honestly, I just can't do it. I cannot. Like I can't.
YOLO.
Like I don't care if like my partner was like, yo, of course I got you. Cheers to open relationships we'll never have. I just can't like wrap my head around like even if my partner fucking brought me like Megan the Stallion and was like, I'm gonna go fuck whoever I want. You can fuck her whenever you want. I still wouldn't do it just because I'm like, I can't.
No.
Like even if I had something fire, like I would think of the other person and be like, nah, I can't. I wanna chop off every dude's dick that she's been with this whole time. Like what the fuck?
Sex is sacred exchange. It's sensual and it's to dance. People can dance by themselves or they can dance with another person.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they can dance in a group too, but but basically, okay, this connects back to when we were saying for religion that says that it's a sin. How? Think about growing up, and there would always be families will talk to you like even from a very young age, and there will be a bunch of euphemisms of like they wouldn't even say genital or the actual real name of your parts. They would say, oh, down there or between your legs. And it's just like growing up, there's most of the time your family's not telling you how to love your body.
Mm-hmm.
Think about society. Oh, they'll talk about anything. Nobody is 100%. No one's perfect. I mean, actually, like, why aren't we perfect? It's because society trying to say that, oh, this thing is not.
Mm-hmm.
It all goes back to the religion when it tells you that it's a sin. It's not.
You've been deep on this religion shit today. God damn.
I hope this sounds all good.
It is. It's just going to be a 420 podcast. We're getting like niggas is going to spark up today.
I hope.
And be like, yo, this is my shit.
Nah, you know what's going to happen?
What's going to happen?
Let's keep this up. You know what's going to happen? There's going to be a clip with the creator of like, Raw.
Yeah.
Raw.
Brought to you by.
He's going to share it.
Yeah, he fucking is.
He's going to feel it. Do you follow him? He's funny. His laugh is...
No, I know who you're talking about, though.
His laugh is
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
What?
It's really funny.
Yeah.
It's like...
I'm going to do a comparison now.
Actually,
God
really?
Damn.
Oh, this is going to be a great episode. I can't even mimic. Oh, it's so funny.
I keep losing my fucking thought here. God damn. Oh. Not to say this is not a question for now, obviously, but just in general. Have you, in your experience, had men like fear you?
Fear me?
Because you're very, you're strong, for lack of a better word. And usually what I've seen sometimes, and I've heard men be open and say it, so I can't hate on it. They're being honest about it. Men fear strong women and strong-minded women and women who are very like, they can fucking get it by themselves and like that type of attitude. Like men fear those types of women, and you give all like you are that. You're strong. You get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, do men fear that? Have you had men like you could tell that they're kind of like, I'm not gonna be able to do this. Like I need somebody who's just gonna fucking fall in line with whatever I want to do or what I say or whatever.
Only the weak ones.
Yeah. So you have had like.
Yeah, and the power that I have in me. I wasn't always like really good about it. I have an attitude,
Yeah,
and it's like sometimes my family, they'll talk about how I used to like dog one of my exes, and like he would just listen. I'm not like that anymore. Or I'm working on, what I say. But yeah, of course, anybody who's intimidated by me, I do not understand why.
You're not intimidating. I think it's just like, and I'll admit right now, because this podcast is either very, very funny or it's just like a deep episode or it's both. And with me, I'm like, I'll be honest about something. A lot of men, I can sit here and say a lot of men, I physically see how they are and they're very open about it, which is respectable. They do not prefer the stronger woman, not because they're scary or intimidating, but because they prefer a woman who's going to be more like, I'll fall in line. I'll be the old school wife who just does whatever you say and you run, you run everything and whatever the fuck.
I used to be like that.
I used to be that woman.
Yeah, where it's like premature wife.
I definitely used to be thought I liked it. Then I realized for multiple reasons why that doesn't work and why it's like fraudulent kind of. I used to be the guy who was very comfortable and very like, I need that woman who's not the strong type, who's not gonna challenge me, who's gonna just do whatever and whatever. And this is fucking years and years and years ago. But I can admit that I was like that. And then I grew up more and more and I started realizing, and I didn't completely grow out of it. It was gradually like years and years go by. And I noticed with like each new experience, each new situationship, each new partner, I start realizing more and more that I went from that typical, I guess, guy who just needs a girl who's gonna just do whatever the fuck they say or just kind of be that like old school wife type situation. I went from that to like now I'm very, very much prefer a girl who is stronger in terms of, not that the other women weren't strong, but stronger in terms of like, they don't fucking need me. They don't need a fucking, like, you want this shit, you're going to get it by yourself. So a woman who like challenges me. Because those stronger women are the ones who usually challenge you, because they're not just going to say yes, 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 yes to everything. They're going to say, nope, we shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. Here's why. Like, challenge the shit out of me. I fucking love that shit. Like, I didn't realize until the last couple of years that I truly admired that, because it takes me out of my comfort zone, and it makes me like, it challenges me in times that I don't necessarily want to be challenged, but it forces me to like learn, whether it be something small like, yo, you can fucking get up and make yourself something, or oh, you're going through anxiety right now, like, you're gonna get through it, like, you're fine, you know what I'm saying, like shit like that. So when I look at you, I think of that strong woman who challenges men, but I also think of the men that you probably have run into who are like, nah, I'm good. And it's fucking crazy. Like, I feel like that's something that men need to work on, and I feel like they're missing out on the women who do challenge them from experience.
I'm not for everybody. You're probably not for everybody. Mm-hmm. Everybody's not meant to be for everybody.
Yeah.
And it's all about the person having that mindset,
right?
In their individual,
and different niggas have different wants and needs. But like I said, I feel like from experience, if I truly loved that woman who was gonna say, "Oh yeah, no, you're good. You want a sandwich? I'll go make you a sandwich." Not that I'm like that, but like just something silly like that. Like, I feel like I grew out of that. So if I can grow out of that, I feel like not only can other men grow out of it, but you'll fucking love it a lot better if you challenge yourself. But some people don't like to be challenged, I guess. I don't know.
It's like, that's when I feel like the moment that you stop learning, it's like that's when you start dying.
Yeah. Yep.
And you should wanting to be challenged. You should want to experience new things. You should leave your hometown and see the world.
Mm-hmm.
I was just looking at the oranges. Sorry.
Oh yeah, those little ones. You want one or something?
No.
Oh.
I ate a lot of eggplant pizza. So
I don't like
no.
eggplant.
Listen, I thought the same.
Where is
No,
this?
Bill's Pizza. I think
So
near
just
Pawtucket,
to be like
Providence, Rhode Island.
Providence, Rhode Island.
But just so like these people could know, because you probably get views.
Fuck
from
these
everywhere.
people, bro.
Oh no, we are doing this for you.
YouTube.
That's why we're recording.
YouTube.
No.
Spotify. Nah, whatever. I don't know. Spotify, YouTube, Apple, all of that. It's all on everything.
This is amazing.
I'm
gonna listen.
You're amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yo.
Uh,
We're too high for this right now. You want that edible? No. We're not doing that. I'm gonna fall asleep and this podcast won't come out tomorrow.
Imagine I have to break everything down and I have to turn the lights off.
All right, Jimmy. I'm locking the door on the way out. Bye.
Should we want me to take out your dog?
What the fuck was I saying? The eggplant. You didn't like eggplant parm before.
I didn't.
You never liked anything with eggplant.
Dude, I never tasted eggplant.
Okay.
Since for the past 4 years. 4 years ago, that's when I first started. So it's not like I grew up on it.
Okay.
I've had this pizza, and it's a large eggplant crispy pizza.
Where?
Bill's Pizza, across from the Hill Room, local, awesome, zero waste, plant-based, vegan, zero waste store.
Okay.
It's like a crow. It's across
Just
from
bitch slapped my fucking leg.
I just like Will Smith.
Yo.
This is gonna be a good.
But we're not
episode.
talking about that. We're not talking about
yeah.
Will Smith anymore.
Yeah, fuck that one.
Oh God.
420 episode.
Yes.
Oh gosh. Yeah, keep this up. This is fun.
So you like the eggplant pizza?
It's good. It's good.
Is eggplants on top of the pizza?
It's just little squares, little like a fourth of a slice. Wow. Just all around. It's really good.
That sounds that I don't know, man. I just don't like eggplant parm. I'm gonna fucking play this. Where's this part right here? Hold on.
Smoke weed every day.
Hell yeah, that's the mood right now.
Oh, this is great.
I don't fuck with eggplant. But I'll go try it.
Listen,
I'll go
let me
try
buy you
it.
a pizza.
All right.
Your wife, she can also taste it. Maybe the baby might like it.
All right.
I'll feed all three of y'all.
Okay.
And it's really good. And like almost the second part that's the best. Sorry, the second part of the whole eggplant pizza, it's $15 for a large. You don't see that too often. 15, and it
sounds bougie
size.
too. It sounds like it would be like
no bougie. It's actually one of those spots that's like real low key.
Yeah.
And it looks like I don't know, maybe they had rats or one time, but it's like a really good, like it's iconic. It's only if you know about the spot. It's really good. Everybody should try it.
All right.
Maybe I'll do a sponsored event for Soulita and Bill's Pizza.
Yo. You like fucking everybody. This is a stupid way to introduce this question. You like going out to eat a lot like everybody else. We had a situation happen here with Nick's On Broadway, and you had a conversation with them. And I can't not ask you about that on this podcast.
Yes. So this definitely isn't like my story to tell, but I put myself in a position where I was sharing a lot of things and I was keeping up to it. It kind of took almost all of my day some days, like sharing the details and the stories and putting out my opinion. And then it would last like 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Should I say a little bit what happened?
Yeah, definitely, please.
So this is not my story. There a woman, Janie. Janie is a woman. She is from Rhode Island, and actually, I don't know all details about her, but I know that she's well loved and respected. And she was having like a breakfast with one of her old students. You would definitely have to go on her Facebook to see all of the details. But basically, there was just she felt she was discriminated, and she went in. She didn't have a reservation, and so she had to wait outside. It was really cold. When she came back in, I think towards the end, she saw her white friend there, and she asked, like, "Hey, did you put a reservation in to sit inside?" And she's like, "No." Oh, Janie, she is a black woman. And even the friend said that there's no reason why this wouldn't be because of racism with their testimony. Basically, if somebody wants to know more about the detail and like the full story, Ashley Reyes is a local reporter, and it's all unbiased. You can see everybody's response and their testimony. The friend, Janie, and Derek as well.
Shout out to Ashley Reyes, by the way. She's gonna be on soon.
She's really important for us to have doing work in our community. I really appreciate her. But okay, so how did I get into this? I'll try to say this short, but I basically read her story, posted it on my Instagram, and I said, why? Well, even before I posted it, I went to their Instagram and I said, why? Going through their photos, why is nobody giving heat to this restaurant? It's going viral on
you were going hard
Facebook, and
as you should.
Yeah, it took a lot of my energy, but it's all for us to. Someone needs to have a voice for these places to. It's called accountability.
Accountability. Yep.
We have to figure out why this happened, and as more stories would go out, it's like, oh, this has been happening. You got away with it before, but this time we're giving you heat. You need to say something because you're in our community.
Right.
You gentrified our space. Y'all have to say you have to say something. Yeah. And just the way that Derek's response, Derek is the owner of Nick's On Broadway, and he could have done better for a response through the whole situation, but he didn't, and the community did not stop giving him heat. He was going through a lot. His wife's husband had just passed away at the same time. And we told him, blocking us and also deleting our comments wasn't a good look. It's not a good look. And you're not blocking and deleting comments from bots. You're deleting it from humans, and humans that have been silenced to the point of being disposal of our family, of our community, of our ancestors, our families. You can't do that. So how it was finished, basically, we just chose to do some restorative justice because a group of us just met with him to talk, as a voice of the community. And I think it finished. I think it was a good thing.
Yeah.
Talking.
That's good.
It felt genuine.
So you feel confident about the conversation you had with him?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah. I do. I'm not gonna front. But anything that he says, we're not gonna audit him. If he doesn't do the things that he's saying, we'll be looking. Yeah. But you will not have the black dollar.
Right.
Simple. But I thought it was genuine. So
does he have? But with it finishing off genuine, does he have like the black? Should black people go in there and should people of color go in there and support as of right now?
To be completely honest, not to disrespect anybody, but the BIPOC restaurants in Rhode Island, if you're going to visit, stop those first.
What are those?
Okay, let's just read a whole list, right? Somers Corner. Have you heard about
Never
them?
heard of it.
Brand new. I really hope that they get the Best in Rhode Island award this year. Laugh Food. It's soul food.
Okay.
But that right there, it's really, really good.
Yeah.
So that's my culture, and I've never met someone who can make better mac and cheese from my better greens from my better
all right.
do these things from my mom. It's just like
I actually
so
haven't had
good.
soul food literally since living in New York, which is like almost 10 years now. So I'm gonna make that a priority.
Yeah, honestly, I just feel like if someone's gonna visit Rhode Island, there's a couple other spots I will go before going there.
Yeah.
Simple.
I mean, I've never been to Nick's on Broadway. When I heard about Nick's on Broadway, I said, that's the place that I always drive by on Broadway, but never think to go in.
Me too. Me too. He said I'm invited to go, and I will one day, but too soon.
Yeah.
Too soon, and I'm busy.
Was the food hitting?
A lot of people say like he does have a loyal community of people that appreciate him and what he does.
Right. All right.
And not everybody is perfect. And he's definitely not perfect. There's things that he has to work towards, but it felt like he was going to.
Okay. What is next for you and for the future of Soulita? Because you have a lot of stuff going on outside of Soulita, and then there's Soulita. So what's next for you in the future of Soulita?
So right now we are renovating the store.
Yes.
That is going to be a new grand opening very soon, within the next week or two. We have spent a lot of time changing the aesthetic, the feel, the experience, the colors, everything, bringing our dream to reality on a small budget. And that right there is going to be the biggest thing that's happening in the nearest time. But going forward, let's talk about the five-year plan.
Okay.
We would love to have multiple shops in different major cities, and having just Soulita shop, Soulita store in New York and Boston and LA, and just a place that when they walk in, they're having an experience, something more than just walking in, grabbing something, putting in a bag, and leaving.
Right.
Like we're trying to connect with you and make sure that you know that self-care doesn't just help you heal you on the physical, but also the mental too.
Right.
The time that you spend with our products on your body, like you're nurturing your body inside and out. Soulita is created because I needed solutions. And I didn't heal myself. Soulita gave me a purpose to live.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
And I just want people to understand, like, no matter what you want to do, you can get it. It's all about changing your mindset as you're experiencing love from the products and a store.
Yeah.
A store and multiple stores. And I think it would be awesome if we had a big retail partner like Target or Sephora or Ulta, or I would even be happy if Walmart wanted us. I don't think that's really for us, but I think just for someone to believe in us, for our products to be on their shelves, I know that the community that supports me will go and just empty the shelves.
Are you far from that, you think? Or
if I'm having dreams about it, then I know that it's not too far.
It's not too far, right?
But that doesn't mean we have a lot of hard work to do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and also the warehouse. I want to hire people from the community. I want a team, like a strong team. We're working on a warehouse, and we're actually having a capital campaign right now. So if anybody wanted to help support in any way, they could definitely check out our story on our GoFundMe.com/Soulita.
I'll have the link in the description for sure. Definitely need all of the support.
Yeah.
Deserves all of the support.
Yeah. We got to try new lines too, but skincare. If you're gonna say you're skincare, you need cleansers.
Yes.
So soon.
All right. That's what people should be looking out for. Yeah. That's what's up. I know women love that. I know.
Not just women. It's for everybody, though.
That's true.
Everybody has to be.
That's true.
I'm excited for this.
Yes.
Everybody. Especially the people who feel with my story. And they understand how Soulita started and how far we've come.
Mm-hmm. Well, I say it every week. The fucking beard care is like literally fucking down packed. So I know everything else is.
Yeah.
Started with soap and like now you're fucking all over the place.
The soaps will come back when Soulita has a strong foundation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's plans for that.
Yeah. We missed the soap for sure, but everything else is.
It's a different market target.
Mm-hmm.
It's entirely different energy, different aesthetic. It's more fun. Soulita's more sophisticated. But it'll come.
Makes sense. You're sophisticated.
Ah, that's so sweet.
Or bad. But there you go. I appreciate you coming, Lexus.
Oh, why does it have to end?
Getting high. And do you have any other comments?
No. This is really awesome. Thank you so much for inviting me, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate it too. I appreciate
and
you.
And the people who watch the whole thing.
Lighting it up with me. And
thank you.
Lighting it up with me and fucking bringing in the
Happy
holiday
episode.
And talking about some very deep shit. Soulita.com. And then your Instagram, give it to them.
My Instagram is CEO Lexus Fernandez.
And the Soulita Instagram?
Soulita is Shop Soulita.
There we go. Come on.
Oh, gosh.
That's how we're closing it out today.
Really?
Yes.
That's really cool.
I'm going to like the rest of that. I'm going to close this out. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll catch you on the next episode. Evan will be on sometime next month because that nigga's the man. Shout out to Evan, my fellow New Yorker. Wave at Evan. Bye, Evan.
It's the outro. Send them out here. Now we out this bitch. Send them out here. Now we out this bitch. Send them out here. Now we out this bitch. Send them. It's Jimmy's Diner.
We're not over. It's not done.
You could put this as the real.
Done. It is
preview.
not done. All right. Where's the cipher at? Go ahead. Spit.
No. We need a beat.
No, we're doing acapella. I forgot. I never done this. Come back after the outro. Encore. I've never done that. But here we are. You said we're doing a cipher, so you should set it off.
This is very. It needs a rhythm.
No, you need to spit. You were spitting.
Then
before.
it's a poem if it's no voice.
So hit me with a poem then.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go. Is that the thing that they do at like poetry?
That's the audience. That's a clapping.
Yeah.
I'm nervous. I don't know what to say. It's easier
You're
when there's
a fucking
beat.
public speaker, bro.
Oh, true. I forgot. What am I gonna say? I want this to be like a safe. I thought we were just gonna go back and forth.
Nah, I can't rap anymore. I lost it.
That's bullshit.
It's true.
I know you have like old notebooks and stuff.
What do you got? What do you got up your sleeve right now?
I got poems and stuff.
So hit me with a poem. Just hit me with one poem.
I don't have no freestyle. I'm not good at freestyling.
You were just freestyling earlier. What happened?
Because that's something I remember. It's like
so hit me with that.
Okay. Yo, my name is Lex. I know you want to text this because I'm the best.
Yo.
No. I don't know anything else than that. That's like a random. Oh, I thought it was like an audience.
No.
Yo, don't even put this in.
Nah, this is going in.
No.
All right, we really out now. Yo.
It's the outro. Said I'm out here. Now we out this bitch. Said I'm out here. Now we out this bitch. Said I'm out here. Now we out this bitch. Said I'm. It's Jimmy's Diner.